Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CCL Alpha stream. My name is Seymour, hopping in for the cornmeal, and beside me all night, you got Cruz and Spaz. We got Bama College going up against Full Sail University tonight, Cruz. This is going to be a barn burner of a match, a banger. I can't wait to get into this.
This match is literally for everything right now. Battle for the last playoff spot in the Coastal Region Top Cut Division. And I mean, whichever team comes out of this is basically going to be guaranteed that fourth playoff spot. They guaranteed they don't got to go through that grueling bracket that everybody else is going to have to go through to qualify in for the spot. They will get it. They'll be guaranteed. And whichever team wins this match holds the tiebreaker over the other one.
And you're really seeing this start to the night of like a big map one to come out for both of these teams. You don't want to drop early on this. Both of these teams for our first two maps, which is going to be Raid, Hardpoint, and Moscow Search and Destroy. Both teams very similar in the rankings. I mean, you do have Full Sail with a little bit of a leg up in that Raid Hardpoint, but nonetheless, both of them playing on a similar playing field here. So these first two maps are going to be big for whoever takes it. They're both comfortable here. What are you looking at for these teams to kind of stand out?
I mean, so from the side of Bama, like if we're really fully looking at this right now, hard point for both teams, very similar. Search and Destroy, very similar. It's really going to come down to who is playing better today, just on the day in general. Both these teams coming into Raid Hardpoint, Bama sitting with a 4-2 hardpoint record on Raid. Full Sail Armada coming with a 6-4 hardpoint record. So both these teams very well practiced, very good records on these maps, and this is really just going to be a barn burner, like you said.
Well, I mean, and you're not really seeing that difference until that Garrison Control comes out because Full Sail hasn't played Garrison Control since week 2 of the CCL. So going into that map 3, I'm looking at Bama to just blow through this, kind of get a big map there. If they fall for the first two maps, it's going to be a good swing one. If not, it might be where they end it. But if we do go the distance, we're going to see a Garrison hardpoint map for an Express Search and Destroy. And honestly, with both these teams fighting for that last playoff spot, I expect nothing less than a map 5 here. I want to add Express. I want them to bring it all, and I want some standout gameplay, some clutch for the end of the year.
I think the crazy part too is if we do end up seeing that game 5, neither team has played Express Search and Destroy yet in CCL. Oh, yeah. So that could end up being wild. If we're looking at some players that we want to see absolutely popping off today, you got to be looking at the side of Full Sail. It's going to be Vody. He is sitting at a 1.72 hardpoint KD. Very, very good KD. And if you're looking over at Bama, his counterpart today is going to be the captain. It is Matt Honcho, sitting with a 1.87 KD for the side of Bama. So those two players, we're about to see them duking it out.
And you know, Bama, I mean, we heard it last week, you know, when Methods and Zuma were going at it, Bama party school, you know, Click kind of didn't show up and he got called out for it. So this week I have to see Click show up to it, to the plate, kind of stand out for his team, because he last week when we saw them cruise, Bama Click on Bama was really that player that held them back.
Yes and no. At the end of the day, it is always a team sport, right? So you need to make sure all players are there. Yes, Click maybe a little bit off that last week, but this week, you know what? I got faith in the man.
I got faith too.
He's going to be coming out. He's going to be coming out hot. His teammates definitely had a chat with him after last week, especially because this is about to be for that final playoff spot. Everybody wants this playoff spot right now. This is about to be an insane match.
And Bama's the team that needs to win it as well. I mean, you're looking at Full Sail. They're already in that playoff spot situation. It's Bama who's fighting for it out of the yellow. So if Full Sail take this win, they shoot farther up the bracket. They're just sitting right under FSU Garnett. Bama Crimson to win this is their ticket into it. Like that's it. Like Full Sail, they're gonna be feeling good no matter what comes out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the scary part, though, about this whole group, though, is like, yes, one of these two teams is about to find it, but the other three teams who have already guaranteed spots as well in the top cut, it's going to be Eagles, COD Gold, the E4 Knights, who we have seen all year just look absolutely insane. And then you got FSU Garnett as well in there. So those three teams already locked in playoff spots, insane looking teams. And we're just waiting for this fourth team. Who's going to get it tonight? You got a prediction for me for the match tonight?
Ooh, prediction, map 5. Bama Crimson.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot.
Bama Crimson. I have faith in them, you know. Click got a stern talk last week. he got straight up called out by the big leagues. And so I assume he wants it a lot more this week. So I got Bama. I got faith in them. Game 5, though, you know, this is a very important match for both teams. So definitely expecting it to go the distance in that sense. But if we kind of break it down from the whole kind of macro of it, draw it into that raid hardpoint that we're going to be seeing in map 1 cruise. Talk to me a little bit about this map. We've been seeing it all year. It's a very notable map, a very often played map too for this hardpoint. So what do you want to see early for these teams?
I mean, you want to see both teams come out and win this hardpoint, set the pace for the whole entire series. We have all seen raid hardpoint all year. It's gone back multiple times. But in case you forgot, your money hills are going to be hills 2, 3, and 4 are really going to be those hills you want to lock down. And then hills 1 and 3 absolutely can be turned into money hills, but they're a lot harder to hold. Way more pinch possibilities being set up. And I mean, rotations are absolutely everything on this map.
Oh, big time, big time, big time. And you guys all know that a big patch just came out last night as well. So a few changes. You know, this is actually my first cast on these changes as well. So I'm excited to see the different setups we see. No QBZ. It is going to be G8 in this. And I do see that the teams were following the GAs as well. So I don't expect to see the QBZ either right now. I'm hoping to see a Milano. I really want to see it. I love that gun. So I would love to see a Milano come out.
Big buff too. Big buff to the Milano yesterday in those patch notes when they came out. So I'd be really excited to see a Milano. We saw it in our first series. I think even Haggy today, Parasite in the CDL or in the COD Challenger scene, he was running it today. So I mean, I'd be excited to see it for sure. And I mean, I could see that gun definitely being a gun that could shine here on this map. One of those longer range submachine guns. We'll have to see what it breaks down to, but it's going to be Bama Crimson in the white, Full Sail Armada in the orange. And it's raid hardpoint to kick it off for us here tonight.
Ooh, what a shot from Sneaky as well. Already opening up. They got that cross from Void. Big double kill from Full Sail for the retake. A full break on the site. They just got to clear up Nyx. A big wipe from Full Sail. And they're still holding on to these spawns as well. Void has to be careful here. He doesn't want to get too much. He might flip the spawns a little too early.
Yeah, Void needs to really be careful. He's pushing really far forward. But with the player positions that his two teammates are in, he should be able to hold it down until player 1 wins that gunfight off screen to now spawn out the side of Full Sail Armada and try to lock down these spawns in the back. And with that gunfight win, it's all but good for the side of Bama Crimson to lock those spawns down. I say that, but player 8 spawns up on player 7 towards jungle. So now Click is going to have a lot of work to deal with. And this is the player we were highlighting before. He needs to pop off tonight, and he loses that gunfight in the back. And now Full Sail Armada should be good and clear to hold on to these spawns for P2.
The good news is for Bama, you kind of disrupted those spawns a little bit, took a little bit of space away from Full Sail. The bad news is you dropped 35 points towards Full Sail in that first point. So now you're looking at this rotation here. They're locking down the kitchen. A big break right away from Bama Crimson, but tumbling on in. Full Sail already taking back the point.
It's crazy too, because Full Sail was able to get so much time on that first hill. A little bit of a pinch is being developed here, though, as I'm talking about it, and that's a 4 down white. Bama able to get a nice wipe in, but Full Sail is still spawning to those close spawns. So Bama has to try to hold from the front now and get the rotation down for the next hill. You can see the pinstripe kill feed coming down back and forth, but I think at the end of it all, it's going to be Full Sail Armada getting the trade or getting the rotation on over towards the next hill.
Hey, you got 6 and 5 already at Garage. You've pulled the most amount of time out of P2 as you can if you're at Full Sail. Now you're just looking at this rotation here. The only 2 players are going to be rotating throughout. Our Sneaky's going to spot them out. Click with some heavy shots. But playing their life here. Full Sail, they get a good wipe off of Frequency. That's a big first kill, but now it's all up to Breezy to be that heroic player in this hill. You got Cade 2K in with 3 players on themselves. Bama Crimson with the initial time and the log. So look for this first wipe. Void the first one in. He's got that pinch. He's inside the site for the contention. Go for the player on Van. Doesn't check the car. Instead, his teammates come in to help him out. 2 for 2 on either side until Full Sail comes out with a team kill. That's where Bama's going to come out with the win.
Yeah, Bama able to hold on for now, but Full Sail still has those close top right spawns, so they can continue to just pressure people on into the hill. But the player we highlighted before, the Mad Honcho, is going to stand tall, and I feel like at this point now, Full Sail Armada are going to be sending everybody over towards this P4 hill, this basketball hill that can be so big for every team.
You're looking at Click here. Spotted out and caught out. Sneaky locking down these spawns early. Bama making their rotation through the middle of the map. They have swapped the lead as well, so a nice 20-point lead for themselves, but losing it swiftly with this P4 rotation. Kitchen control to Bama Crimson. The flank from Nyx. Frequency's going to be right in front of him. Doesn't expect the peek. A good start right now from Full Sail, but they flip the spawns in general from the staircase. Freak is expecting a little bit more, taking a ton of damage, and Hero Honcho's going to take that one. K2K following in turn. Honcho's going big on the point. A big 3K for Bama. They pull this hill back in their favor.
Yeah, Bama's been doing a great job, at least through these through these last 2 hills, of just being able to, even though they don't have the early time or the early setup, being able to push through, grab those back spawns, and really being able to just consistently put pressure onto the hill. They should be able to lock down these last 15 seconds, and now we got to start looking for that rotation towards that middle hard point. And I mean, this hill could really end up being what makes or breaks with how close these 2 teams are today.
Full Sail hasn't been the best at holding down this initial attack. Bama wipes them so early every fight, already losing 0.1 control with Click taking him out on that pillar. A good pinch right now from Honcho. They're surrounding from every angle, and Bama winning all the individual gunfights they can take. Void taking some shots, does stay alive, and gets a kill onto Nyx. A big win from himself to hold onto this P5. Full Sail climbing back up the ranks.
Honcho's really just trying to stay alive right now to keep these streaks alive for his team. He's on 5 in a row. If he can find streaks, it can be so big for his team. He gets the 6th. Oh, but he falls in the back, not able to find the artillery strike, and that's going to give some time now going the way of Full Sail. And I mean, this hill has been very split both directions. So if they can find the last 20 here, it would be so huge for their team, because now we can start to see the rotation coming on in for that first ring hard point. Trades are going to go down again, and Bama should get these last 10 seconds now, and they have the rotation over towards the new hill. And I mean, also, they got these laundry side spawns, so everything looking bright for the side of Bama Crimson right now.
Well, Cruz, you have to be a little bit worrisome if you're a Full Sail fan, because point 1 and 2 is where you found your most success on that first rotation. You're already spawning so far away from this point. Bama Crimson keeping you pressured out. You're looking at number 8 in the back, Breezy, to kind of keep some pressure on those back spawns. Already taking a kill onto Click. K2K, the next one up inside Laundry. He's going to get caught out by that player. 3 players go down for Full Sail. A big wipe from Bama Crimson, and they're winning right now. This is a complete turn of events.
I just realized Honcho's on another 7 spree. He locks in the artillery strike this time. He's trying to go for the cruise missile now, and he finds it. So fully streaked out. He goes on a 6 spree, dies, then goes on an 8 spree. I mean, they have to be able to shut down this player in Honcho. Otherwise, Full Sail are going to this game is going to get knocked out of control very early.
It's why he's Bama's captain. The head Honcho showing up. He's got streaks, and he's not stopping. They got the rotation locked down to this P1 to P2. Full Sail holding on to a close lead, about 10 points. And the flood from the back, all 4 players walking into Honcho. Big wipe from Sneaky, a 2K for himself. Nyx has to be ready for it. He's going to turn on this pillar, dance around like his life depends on it, and it does. Almost coming out with Void, but Full Sail breaking from the back successfully. Have to worry about Honcho and Click. We're holding their own. Cade walks up for himself, and Bama hold on to the 2nd point rotation.
And Honcho, with how far he pushes into the back there, he forces the spawn out from Full Sail. So now they're in control of the back spawns. They should be in control of these last 30. Full Sail might choose to give this one more attack, but you've got Nyx sitting in the middle of the map, just raining down fire with Click, trying to shut down any push that they can get. One of the players on the side of Full Sail will spawn up in the back, make that 2 actually. So now Bama Crimson has a 3v2 on the rotation.
Oh, Breezy's got to watch this. He's got to be ready for it, and he's not. Honcho barrels in for the 2nd. A big wipe now. Look how far Full Sail's spawning out, Cruz, all the way back P2, because the lock hasn't opened on that P3 just yet. Click's going to be taking that front line. A big first kill. It's going to slow down this attack. Full Sail got a wipe from the front. They have to touch down on this. This is Bama's game to lose right now. They have such good positioning right now.
And because they were able to win that 3v2 to the next hill, Cade was able to spawn up on them, and that's going to give them the 4th man there to be able to basically just hold on to this. You can already see Honcho. He wants to get aggressive again here, trying to make the flank play in through the back on the rest of these players from the side of Full Sail. And he should be able to come in and shoot these 2 players in the back. No, they're going to turn around, recognize the play. But I mean, Bama Crimson has absolutely blown this game wide open.
Oh, completely. K2 still contesting this point. 20 seconds left, and Full Sail want to give their all. You're really looking at this P4. Full Sail has to lock down P4. And Nyx is already going to be doing some damage back here. Finds frequency. 2 player coming up into Gardens. He's just running for his life right now. And honestly, just being that nuisance that he needs to be. If he comes out with this kill, it would be huge, but caught out by Void. Full Sail. This is a must-win hill right now.
Bama has streaks to be able to
Oh,
break
yeah,
on into this
Honcho.
hill. So here they come down now. Honcho investing that rocket. We'll see if he can find anything. He gets a little bit of a hit marker, but he's going to try to bend it in. He's able to find one, and the rest of the pinch should be there from the side of Bama. Only one player left. It's Void. He has to go so big for Full Sail. He ends up falling, and the back spawns go their way. This should be the win for the side of Bama Crimson.
Oh, Brazy's got a touch. He's got to go in there, but he's walking into the lamb slaughter. Luckily, he's got backup. Full Sail staying alive. They get wiped. Bama needed 1 point, so not a lot you could do if you're Full Sail. You lose out on a ton of rotations. You lose out a lot of map control. Bama really popped off in that second set of rotations, and they really made it their own.
Was it Bama or was it Honcho? Honcho just went so huge for them through that entire game. I know he's on that team, but I mean, he really put them in the backpack, it feels like, in that game. Those two huge streaks he went on in the middle of that game really helped them lock down every single spawn that they needed to and break that last basketball hill. And I mean, when you're able to string hills 2, 3, and 4 together like that, you absolutely deserve to win the game.
And you're looking at Bama. This is a team that we've been seeing a lot in the CCL. It's got a lot of screen time, and they found a lot of success, but a lot of failure at the same time. And this is some changes that I like to see. They're taking it in with stride into this new meta. I mean, Matt Honcho on that 74U popped off. You said that you needed him to go big. I think he went bigger than you expected.
I think he went bigger than I expected to. I think the interesting talking point going into this as well that we didn't fully get to touch on before is going into this as well. Bama Crimson are coming in with a better map record than Full Sail, and Full Sail has a better record than them at 5-3. So Bama is in no way out of this series, and we just saw it in that first game. They came out with the fire beating Full Sail in that first map.
But now you're moving to Moscow Search and Destroy. Completely different terms in this. They slow it down a little bit for Full Sail. I know they've had their bumps in Search before, but Moscow's a good chance for them to even this up. They're both 2-1 on this map. So give me some notability for this Full Sail squad that you want to see in this. Some kind of hopes for this team to kind of tie this up.
Wait, did you say you have them both as 2-1? I thought I saw something different than that. I just want to double check really quick.
Full Sail is 5-1. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say so.
University
and Bama is
Alabama
3 and 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yes.
3 and 4. Yeah. Okay, so it's all good. It's all good. There's a lot of maps and modes. And if any of you guys don't know, this beautiful CCL website, they got all the information you guys will ever need.
Mason. What do they mean?
But Bama Crimson, they're coming into the Moscow Hardpoint. They have a 3 or Moscow Search and Destroy. We're both all over the place right now, but they are 3 and 4 on Moscow Search. Full Sail is coming in at 5-1 on Moscow Search. I feel like this is a map that they absolutely need to win to keep themselves in this series.
Especially looking at that control that's coming up next. If you lose out on this Search and Destroy, you're risking a full sweep. You're risking the sweep if you lose out on this map.
Absolutely, because like you touched on earlier, Garrison, Full Sail has not played a Garrison control since week 2, and they are 0-3 on that map and mode combo. Not something you want to see. And then you're looking over at Bama Crimson, 5-1 on that map mode combo. It's going to be a tough task, but it starts with the Search and Destroy, an absolute must-win map for Full Sail Armada.
I have to say that, like, definitely looking at some players to stand up to the task here. It's got to be Void. I mean, Void is moving into the Search and Destroy with a 1.6 KD. He had a 1.7 in hardpoint, but he was losing so many gunfights that were just so big. I mean, you talk about that 0.5 on that first rotation for raid hardpoint, and Void was holding down those 1v1s that he needed to. He transitioned for a nice double kill. I have to see more from Void here. He's really got to be that staple for this team because that's what he's been that's what he's been all year long. So Void is going to be my player for Full Sail to watch out for.
I think what's even scarier, though, from the side of Bama in Search and Destroy, if you're just looking at this right now, Honcho came in with a great hardpoint great hardpoint KD. If you're looking at his Search and Destroy KD, coming in with a 2.27, that is ridiculous numbers. So look for him to still be carrying the way for the side of Bama Crimson here in this Search and Destroy.
Oh, everybody, you got some Full Sail fans in here. We'll give your team some energy because we're hopping into game 2, and this is where they need to bounce back. Bama Crimson, a phenomenal game 1. Looking to hold on to their lead here already. Look at this rotation from Full Sail. You got the Milano on frequency leading the way with the bomb and a B hit. That's looking like a free plant.
No, this is a free plant, no doubt, right now. But now it's all about how Bama Crimson is going to decide to try to play this retake. Deciding to make the full flank through the side. Cade is able to find one on the sneaky as well. So it's going to be a 4v3 retake. Everybody pushing him from this globe area. And I mean, Full Sail has a lot to deal with here.
Oh, Void gets caught out nonetheless. Now you're down to 2. Bombs planted for the outside, but you have no positioning outside of this room. Click's gonna watch in. They spot out Breezy. Nobody for the trade. Honcho cleans up house. And Bama Crimson with a phenomenal retake on that defense. I love that play for them to move down escalators, kind of take it one step at a time and get that flank on that B hit.
Such a clean retake there from the side of Bama Crimson. They don't even lose a life. Everybody going to be on a streak of 1. I mean, that doesn't really matter, but it's still great nonetheless. Everybody finding success here in the search and destroy so far for the side of Bama Crimson. And like we said going into this one, we really feel like this is a must-win map for the side of Full Sail. So not the start they wanted. They're going to be looking to get a rebound here on the defense of their own.
Switching sides here, and now Bama, you know, with that play at B, I mean, it wasn't a bad call from them either. I think they just weren't expecting that flank from Bama so fast. So
not all 4, not for sure.
Need to see some decisive plays here from Full Sail right away to anticipate this. I mean, Bama Crimson, we've seen them on Moscow before. They're notable for their A hits. And here you go. You're going to meet 4v3 on this site. Click with bomb in hand. Void taking that aggressive angle. Honcho and Click around the corner. They don't know he's here. Still Bama coming out with the wins, but they don't check on Void. Doesn't matter because the rest of your team is dead. Void comes out with 1, and that's it. So Frequency, he's got to be the hero of this story. Already getting that first one makes it a 1v2. Players pinching on either side of this, and he's going to wrap all the way back around screens.
I love this play. Just to back on out, choose to not make this a forced gunfight through the middle of the map, but now you're risking the chance of taking too much time here. He's got to check every corner as he pushes through here, and they've got the crossfire set up on him.
Oh, Frequency on the left. He's going to check properly, but what are you going to, like, what do you do here? Like, what do you do? They collapse on him. There's nothing in that sense. You check one corner, you get shot at the back. No matter which way you went, if you're a Frequency, that was a losing battle.
Yeah, and I mean, Bama just bullied their way onto that A site, like you said, kind of known for how good their A hits are. Full Sail only send 3, and Bama says, all right, we can win our trades all day long, taking 3 for 1 on the trade over there. And I mean, it just works out beautifully for them, leaving Frequency there in that 1 versus 3. And I mean, we all know how hard 1vx situations are to win. Very, very tough, especially at the highest level like the CCL. Heading into this next round here, it's going to be Full Sail back on offense. I'm interested to see if we see them go back towards this B site. And it looks very similar to that first offensive hit that we've seen. We saw one player go towards A, and then the last 3 going over towards B. And I mean, almost the exact same defense coming in from Bama as well.
The only difference is that you expect a change. There wasn't a change. So you have a lot less map space to the middle. You're not able to catch that player out on the rotation, but...
Oh, but a different retake coming from Bama this time, though.
Exactly, and Click is gonna be that player to make something happen. I say that on the front line, it's K2K and Honcho already pulling that first blood. Cade raining terror down the boulevard. And now Click on that flank. Nobody knew he was here. You're down to 1 player. Void, who had the late setup, hops into this window, might be able to stop Click on this bomb. What are you shooting at? You gotta get there. How did that not hit?
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a beautiful clip called "Attach You Can't Wallbang." That is.
You can't wallbang that.
Yeah.
Void.
I mean, you can wallbang everything else in this game, so I mean, I don't blame him for trying, but very unfortunate not going to be able to get the wallbang in there, and they get away with the round win again.
Though.
I mean, you're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong when it comes to that. But I mean, we can't underestimate how big of a start this has really been for Bama Crimson. Cade is on 5 in a row to start this game off, looking to possibly find some streaks of his own. We were highlighting Honcho before coming into this game, but Cade said, hey guys, look, I can absolutely pull off some fantastic moves here for myself. And we have another huge 4-man hit coming in from the side of Bama.
I mean, it worked last time. Why change anything? The only difference is you have to walk into a different setup from Full Sail, and Void's going to pull that first blood. You got a pinstripe trade as it's even 2 for 2. Sneaky all the way back screens. Breezy on that pillar, and they know he's here. They're looking for the pinch, but Click has to fight out Sneaky. Cade almost takes that victory, but you get out alive. You play on this cross angle, and honestly, Cade 6-0 might lose his streak here. If not, 1v1 would give him that artillery strike, which would be huge.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got to play slow right now. Just try to see if he can find anything. And he's going to spot one, so he'll get the first streak. And he'll get the second!
You can't do that! You can't let him do that! You know he's on bricks. He gave up his position. You had the crossfire set up. It's just something you can't let happen.
Oh, man. He is a dirty man here in the Search and Destroy at 8-0. Cade running the main AR for the side of Bama Crimson here, and they are up 4-0. And we said this was a must-win map for the side of Full Sail Armada, and they are down 0-4 right now. It's going to have to be a monumental comeback, and we're looking at another bloodbath about to happen here on the A site.
Oh, Nixo making the overextension, caught out. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. You have 2 players go down. The fact that Full Sail's coming out on top is surprising. Click makes that rotation, drops the bomb. Oh, he knows it too.
Void needs to win this 1v1 though.
Yeah, take a look at this. This is must win right now from Void. And he's a player that I highlighted. He's a player that we both said needed to make a change in the sense. But going up against Click here, a player who's been on fire. Neither one of them want to make the first move.
And I mean, if you're Click, why would you, right? You know where this bomb is down. We very clearly saw him look at it. He's just sitting in a corner inside of this escalator. So Void has to just check every possible angle before he tries to push on in, and he should get caught out by Click here, you would imagine.
28 seconds. He's not going to go for the full wrap. Click might lose out on the timing here. Void! Oh, Void comes out with it. Still takes the win. Click got the first shot, but Void's shooting a little bit straighter.
Now, could that be the kill and the round that could swing the tides back into the favor of Full Sail Armada here?
It has to be.
If anything it's going to be that, right? The 1v1 clutch. And he snapped on him. Oh, it's got to be what turns it up for the side of Full Sail. And I mean, we got to see what they decide to do here on defense. It's been all A hits from the side of Bama Crimson, and it looks like much of the same here. Full Sail, you got to try to find a way to shut this strong A hit down from the side of Bama Crimson.
They've done it again and again, so you got to expect it for this time.
Look at the flank.
Should have had it last time. Pinstripe kill feed, giving the advantage, but frequency. No teammates left. 1v3. They don't know the flank is up, but enough time has passed that they might expect it. Some good trigger discipline is going to come out with the kill onto Click. Now he's caught on both ends, trapped between a rock and a hard place, and that hard place is going to shoot him in the back, being Nyx to take that victory. Bama Crimson up 5-1, looking dominant as ever in the Search and Destroy cruise.
Okay, I feel like if we see another offense come in from the side of Bama Crimson, if you are Full Sail, you need to expect that A hit, and you need to just send all 4 players over there. Don't maybe send 1 through escalators, but send everybody else over to A. Get your trades in point, because they are just overwhelming you on the bomb site time and time again, and just being able to come up with every single round over there. But it's really just going to come down to now Full Sail needs to pick off round after round after round if they want to be able to pull this one back, and you still got full streaks for the side of Cade.
Cruz, Bama's done the same thing on attack every single round.
And it's worked.
The same thing,
oh,
and
no.
They haven't even lost out. Look
I
at this
love
attack,
this play.
Though. This is literally the same thing as their B hits, except on A.
No, I love this hit though from Bama Crimson. What they've done.
Freaks. Oh, they forced them into the backline, and Honcho pulls that first blood. So that's good. But are they going to expect Void here? It doesn't matter because he doesn't expect them to push up onto him. Advantage bound up Bama. 2 players left. Frequencies wrapped all the way to B. You got the artillery out. They know exactly where these players are. Now it's hunting season for Bama Crimson. Frequency going to make the wraparound. Doesn't spot Cade too. Now it's Breezy's turn. Hero of Full Sail. He's got to be it. 2-6. Needs to go 4-6 to keep them in this lobby. Pinched on either side, though. Coming up from behind is going to be Matt Huncho himself. The player that dominated map 1 is going to close map 2.
I do love that closeout from Bama Crimson there. They send all 4 players to the Boulevard. I guess they were fully expecting a hit coming in towards that A site, and they knew that because that's the outside site, they can choose to invest their streaks into it as opposed to sending players over there. It's what happens. Honcho is able to find a first blood because they're hiding from the streaks, and it just turns into them getting the man advantage and being able to pull off the round win. Great game.
Void said peekaboo, and they said, wow, how'd you get there?
Oh man,
Ah,
just it's so unfortunate for Full Sail. I feel like we're about to see a 3-0, and I know that sounds really bad to say, but at this point, just with the way the games are going and what map mode combo we've got coming up next, unless Bama Crimson, or sorry, unless Full Sail has worked tremendously hard on getting their garrison control a lot better than what we've seen in the first 2 weeks of the season when they played this map mode combo, this is not looking great for them.
I mean, we haven't seen them yet, so maybe definitely keeping it out of the eyes of the public might be their strategy for Garrison. This might be just that map that they're like, you know what, you've been practicing it. Let's throw a wrench in these playoff runs. You can give some thought to Full Sail here. There must be a reason we're going to Garrison control. And we talk about this map coming into this meta. You expect that the Milano 74U is going to outweigh that Krieg now. Now that there's no QBZ, that Krieg has a lot more to watch for on the map like Garrison. The submachine guns just have so much rain on this map. You could possibly be seeing a meta change on a map like Garrison to a 1 AR 3 SMG combo.
I'm just looking through this right now. Armada has played Raid for their last 10 matches in a row for control. They have never played a checkmate control, so that must be their auto veto. And then if you are Bama Crimson, you just got to look at this, look at their maps record, see how comfortable they are on Raid. Bam, instant veto Raid out. That's why we end up playing Garrison here. And oh man, it's just not a great situation for the side of Full Sail.
You gotta give them some hope here. Gotta give them some hope, you know.
It's hard.
You know, the infamous Full Sail. Well, maybe they're about to Full Sail the series and make that comeback.
I mean, it's the only way they're going to make the comeback. They got to get the reverse sweep inbound.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head to a little bit of a break before we get to see this control come out. So stay tuned for some more Alpha Stream. The CCL will be right back after these commercials. And we are back with map 3 in this, a must-win for Full Sail crews. Already off to a great start too, wiping Bama. You just got to get rid of Nix in your backline and you'll be full set to lock down this defense.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this map plays out now with the map changes coming inbound. You can now cap that A site from the top of the green, from that top green room, basically right outside where that kind of platform is. You can get out there, you can get on it and start to cap the site now. Might be able to see a couple more offenses won because of that. But I mean, we all know how strong defenses can reign here on this map. And so far, so good for the side of Full Sail. They're able to push Bama Crimson all the way back into their spawn. They have a 4-life lead, and they are off to a great start here in this control.
You just got to be worried if you're Bama now. Potential spawn trap was broken by Honcho finding that flank. Does get underneath in that vent. Now looking to check out on this elbow, but that teammate is so unfortunate. Frequency finds 2. Full Sail battle on back. A 5 streak for Frequency as well. Make it 6. Playing for that artillery. For some reason running an R60 here, but he's going to be hunted down. Let's see if he can come out with that artillery. No, he will not. Down to 1 second left. Full Sail Armada with a very convincing defense.
I can tell you what we're not going to see. We are not going to see the RCXD get pulled out here. That would be
definitely not.
That would be less than ideal for both teams to see that come out. But I mean, a great first round there from Full Sail, and I mean, this is what they are going to need to do to be successful on this map. They need to win their defenses, and they're probably going to need to steal an offense here.
I do have to say, though, Frequency not running the cruise missile and artillery, a little surprising, but starting off hot with that Krieg, especially on a map like Garrison, it's feel good for Full Sail. Let's see what they can convert on attack. It does look like they're going to be setting up for a simple mid control, rotate to B, try to get as many ticks as you can right off the rip. I don't know if you remember from the patch notes, but they've actually changed up Garrison a little bit. So on the green side for that A site, you can now cap on the staircase, right?
Yeah, it's all the way up to the platform. So definitely could make offenses a little bit easier here. But I mean, we saw in that first round, it's still going to be very, very tough to even just get this B site. As we know, this map is very defensively heavy. And I mean, you asked for Click to turn up a little bit more today. He's definitely been playing a little bit better through these first 2 maps.
Well, definitely showing up for his team. Void, the farthest pushed up, looking to put a damper in the spawn hold. Might be able to catch off Nix here. Takes out Breezy. No trade just yet. Void, I don't understand why he didn't check for that trade, but...
I mean, yeah, even without a comm coming in, you would expect him to be able to turn around when you see the red dot pop up on your mini-map. Maybe he thought he was going to push a little bit more forward into the spawn there. Not really too sure though, but Full Sail is in a very bad spawn trap right now, trying to push out through that vent room. You've got Cade set up here with a Krig as well, just trying to rain down any fire he can. Void has a possibility to be able to make a flank play though.
Ooh, Void, yes. Look for this. If he might have some good timing to this player coming around the corner. Honcho walks right into his sight lines, looking to clean up Nyx. Now it's go time for this B site. Progression being gained by Full Sail. They are going to have a tick of progress. You can see that it hasn't come out yet on the CDL playlist, so the tick will not give time just yet. You will still have to gain full progression here. Cleaned up by Honcho. Full Sail, hold on. They're going to cap the B site with life advantage too. I want to see them group up now for this A hill. It's a lot harder.
Yeah, they did what Bama wasn't able to do in that first round, and that was get out of that big spawn trap and be able to get on in. Frequency is able to find another one up top. That's 3 dead. They've got to move forward now and try to get it into here. But the spawns are still coming in that top left side for Bama Crimson, so they can send the reinforcements early. Full Sail need to be able to get people into the back so they can force that spawn out down bottom left where you just saw player number 1 spawn, but it's not coming because they're not winning the gunfights right now.
And now stalled out to the green room. Cade2K pushing a little bit aggressive with the Craig. Breezy's able to put him down. 2 kills go to the way of Full Sail. Looking for break control. Breezy's going to touch down onto the site, stop the clock, and even stay alive behind the radar. If he can dodge this nade, it'll be huge. He's got frequency over his shoulder. Playing for this first tick. Void's in the back line. Void's killing them all. Bama get the first tick, and they're going to stack this site. Cruz with that staircase. They're able to put all 3 players on it. Bama can't touch. That's going to be the second round of Full Sail. They blow this control open.
Full Sail. Maybe this is why they haven't played Garrison. Maybe they are sneakily good at Garrison since week 2, and we just never knew about it. They haven't played this map in so long, but maybe with the new update coming in, they felt comfortable coming to it. And now we see them up 2-0 here with a possibility to close it out on a defense and win the 3-0 against Bama and bring themselves right back into the series.
If I look right here on the Full Sail list to success, it says play Garrison Control at the start of the year and look terrible. Save it for the end of the year because we're actually really good at it.
Very well could be a possibility. We can already see, though, Bama Crimson is trying to make a change on their offense here, trying to get a little bit more aggressive in the middle of the map, but they're still just not winning these gunfights. Full Sail Armada already going to get a 2-life lead off the rip here. You can see the reinforcements from the side of Bama Crimson are trying to push in towards this plat area. Nyx has been able to sneak underneath vents, but those shots will for sure give his position away. And now he's just going to focus on pushing up into Cobble now, trying to see if he can find any kills from these Full Sail players off spawn. But I mean, if you're Bama, you still got all these players in your spawn. You got to clear them out before you think about capping a point.
Exactly, and especially it being Void all the way back there. He's going to be raining terror. Pulls out the Diamati, lets him know. Nixon might be in the back line, but he's really doing nothing. Luckily for Bama, you have Honcho stopping the clock on that B site. If he gets that kill in the sneak, it would be huge, but unfortunately he does drop. So now Nyx is the farthest person up. They now know exactly where he is on that A site. It's going to pull Parisi back to take this gunfight. And Nyx doesn't even stay alive, so Full Sail in full control of this map.
And look at the life lead, too. 27-18 in the lives. Now it's a 10-life lead once they get that kill there. And I mean, Full Sail is just running away with this match right now. If you are Bama, you have to be able to hop onto this and basically have a perfect round out from this point on, but 3 more fall. You're back in the spawn trap, 25-13 to lives, 14 seconds remaining on the clock, and Full Sail's trying to put this map away.
And you even have an artillery strike. You got 8 seconds. Even if you drop that artillery strike, it's just going to pull them off that even longer. Stop the clock with 3.7 seconds. Sneaky tries to go for a play, but the nade is going to do some pre-damage into those shots, take him off of it. Bama Crimson looking to cap this site, but boy, it's been quite the nuisance already. Looking to do exactly that. You do have the backup from Click onto Honcho. And if they wipe Click, that's going to be the round. Unfortunately, you have to get through Cade2K watching that crossfire. Playing for that second tick of progression. Click on the site, cleaned up. Can't transition to Nyx. Frequency takes him off. Full Sail Armada are going to take this control map. Looking brilliant in this map and mode. We're heading to another hard point.
All right, throw the notes out the window, because
already did.
It does not matter that they are 0-3 on Garrison Control. They were absolutely ready to come out and play with the new patch notes, able to take a 3-0 here over Bama Crimson on one of their best map mode combos. And now we have to look forward towards that Garrison hardpoint that we're coming up to next. And I mean, Full Sail look very comfortable on Garrison, man.
I don't even want to read into the stats of these teams for this map. No, I don't want to know.
I mean, they're both undefeated. So
okay, well that's good to know in that sense, but really it's who shows up, is the player to show up, and now Void and Frequency are apparently logged in and their monitors are on. So this is getting tough for Bama in that sense. I mean, you lose 3-0 onto the control. You know you had a dominant hardpoint on raid. Garrison completely different, and it looks like Full Sail are very comfortable in this tank armory.
I will say this though, this might be the only thing I'm scared about for Full Sail still going into this map is some parts of Garrison can play very similarly to Raid in terms of if you can get the early rotations down and hold on to a good amount of time, you can absolutely run away with the score. And we've seen them do that on Raid in that second set of rotations. They were able to string P2, 3, and 4 together almost flawlessly, and that's really what put that game away for the side of Bama Crimson. So if they're able to do that again here, where they're able to string P2 and P3, those two big money hills, we can absolutely see them pull away with maybe even a 100-point lead before we even see the fourth hill.
The difference is is Frequency really on this as this assault rifle. If he can catch out Matt Huncho on those rotations, trying to get into the back line. I mean, Matt Huncho was really that player that blew open that raid hard point. So if you're Full Sail, you got to look to shut him down. And Frequency shooting the way he does with the Craig, I imagine him to slow down his play into this hard point, really control the pacing of it. And if he can lock down and shut down the submachine guns of Matt Huncho and co, I can really see Full Sail doing some damage to this Bama Crimson team on Garrison Hardpoint. It just really comes down to watching the lanes and making sure that you set the tempo in your favor.
Yeah, and I think if you are still the side of Full Sail, you got to be scared, or not scared, but you got to be able to handle the power that's going to be coming at you from Honcho. We saw what he was able to do in that first map. What did he do? He went on a 6 kill spree, died, then went on another 9, right?
Yeah.
So he definitely has the slaying capability to be able to run away with a match at any point. The captain from this Bama Crimson team, he's got to be the one they shut down and really focus on.
And really, when you're looking at it, the rotations in that sense are what going to give Full Sail that control to this map. It was something that they lacked on Raid Hardpoint, and it's something they need to pick up here in Garrison Hardpoint. It's completely different to control. You don't have those set spawns, so you're not able to set up a spawn trap unless you're setting the tempo, unless you're setting that pace and rotating properly. So they need to fix it. What they couldn't do on that Raid Hardpoint is rotate properly and lock down and win those gunfights. You saw a ton of times the initial time going to Full Sail on that Raid Hardpoint and then immediately broken by Bama. The way that Bama's been playing these hardpoints, Cruz, is they just like to take those individual gunfights from every single angle, lock down as many sightlines as they can, and just full fire onto your team as much as you can. So when you are playing on the side of Full Sail against Bama, you got to realize this: rotate early, pay attention to these individual gunfights because you have to expect that there's players in your back line.
And I mean, like you said, rotations will be everything because it's a hell of a lot easier to be able to just sit back and sit on a head glitch than it is to be running into one. That's for sure. Especially when it comes down to Garrison, some of the spots that you can play on P2 and P3 on that back satellite dish and on that platform area outside of tools, it's just those areas are so hard to push into because it's such small choke points and everybody's just always on a head glitch and just ready to gun you down.
Right off the rip into this hardpoint, Cruise, for Full Sail to take this advantage, possibly take a good start to this map, what do you need from them?
From the side of Full Sail, I think you need everybody to be showing up the way that they just did in that last map. It needs to be a complete team effort because we didn't see that team effort in that first map. If they're able to get together, play exactly how they did in that map 3 in another respawn, just a different game mode. If you can play like how you played in Control, you absolutely have more than enough of chance to be able to take this map away.
Oh, definitely, 100%. You know that point one's going to be scrappy too, so you really have to look to lock down you have to lock down at least bricks and green right off the rip if you're Full Sail. In that sense, it's going to be two key areas of the map for the rotation to make sure that you have in control. Because as soon as you switch to point 1 to point 2, you know that the team that without the favorable spawns is going to rotate through bricks, try to get in behind you. And when you set up a player like Void inside there with that submachine gun roll, he's going to be very key in locking it down and making sure that the rotations are going to be in their hands on top of frequency.
Absolutely. Like we said, it really does just come down to those big rotations. And honestly, you know what? We can talk about that map all day long, but I think we've pretty much covered everything. We can kind of just take a look over once again. If you guys are just joining us, this is a match for fourth place in this division. Full Sail Armada coming in at 5-3 in the Top Cut division. Bama Crimson at 4-4. The last match for both of these teams, the winner of this will guarantee them a guaranteed spot in the playoffs here.
And you can see above us that Bama Crimson is just one round away from taking this victory on the night. Full Sail, they need this map to stay alive. Need to start that reverse sweep. They've already got that control coming up soon. It's going to be the hard point. We're going to head to a quick break. One of these players are resetting their system. We'll be back shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Game 4 hardpoint. Once again, a must-win for Full Sail, but a big start to Bama.
Their playoff lives are on the line here. At least their guaranteed chance in at the playoffs are on the line here. Full Sail Armada, absolute must win, but you got to be looking at these spawns for point number 2. It's going to be that back satellite, that outside of that green room. And right now, Bama Crimson, they absolutely have every chance in the world to be able to hold on to them. They've got the favored spawns, but you can see the push coming in from the side of Full Sail Armada. Player 4 is in a sneaky position with a good chance to make a play, but he does end up falling. So Bama should be able to send the reinforcements in towards this hill.
Void, that playmaker of last game, tries to make it happen, but not able to convert. Contestion right now. They get in the back lines. Clicks cleans up frequency. It's a big break from Bama. Now the last player to pick up is Void, and after doing a little bit of damage, Void does go down. 48 seconds here. Bama with control. The attack forming through bricks. A good start from frequency, but interrupted by Honcho here. This is going to be a big start from the Full Sail side. Clean up Click, trying to get in the side. It's go time because you only have 30 seconds. Big break now from Full Sail, in control of point 3.
Yeah, they were able to do a good job of pinching on in through the back, and they are holding on towards these last 20 seconds right now. Nyx is going to try to make a play to shut it down. There's really only one player here for the side of Full Sail. It was Sneaky. He ends up falling, so the last 10 seconds should go the way of Bama Crimson. But if you're looking across the map, there's a big one-on-one that's about to go down. Frequency is holding the back. Honcho is just trying to hide out back there to shut these spawns down.
Cade throws the nade, gets interrupted. They know he's here. Honcho goes down to Frequency, and Full Sail, big rotation now. This is a big hill. You can definitely slay out these lanes, take as much space as you need to in the back line, and grab a ton of money right here. But already fighting from the front line, it's going to be Bama starting this attack. Honcho through the garage. Player on his right, Breezy. Big break from Honcho here. Matt Honcho, the MVP of map 1, going huge right now on map 4.
Yeah, he's got 3 down, and you can already see he is focused on not getting trapped back here towards the rotation, towards these next hill. Bama Crimson have basically guaranteed themselves these last 20 seconds on this hill. Now the hard part, they need to make sure they can fight their way out. But is it really that hard when you've got Matt Honcho on a 5 spree trying to find us more streaks here in hardpoint?
Magic just walking into this hardpoint once again with streaks. Honcho, big task right now. And walking through this is going to be a tough one to break out from. Nyx is going to be leading the way, already tagged up from a few. The information is going to be alive, but the backup helping him in turn. Seek has got to check this. The D-mod, he's not going to be good. Still holding on to this points. Full Sail, but losing tremendous amount of players on this retake. Void's coming to help Breezy. Does the deed. 43 seconds right now, and Void just trying to be that nuisance. Click tries to let him know. Goes down to a nade.
Oh, Honcho again!
Full Sail Armada, but they forget about Honcho. And what does he do? He gets streaks, and even more than streaks, make it a 9 spree.
Honcho is way too comfortable in these hard points right now on another 9 spree. We've seen him go on some ridiculous streaks here in hard points so far today, showing again why he is one of the best submachine gun players in CCL when it comes to hard point. Just streak after streak on a 10 now as he just continues to try to run away with this map. You can see Bama Crimson are spawning on the less preferred side as we head towards this 5th hill. But I mean, when you've got so many streaks, does it really matter?
No. Not at all. Not one bit. It's when Frequency is comfortable shooting like that. But he does go down to Click with that wall bang. And right now, Full Sail's picking up time, but for how long? Because you got 2 players pinching you. Bama Crimson find that break. Shut Void down from that 5 spree. Nobody collecting time at the moment. A 10-point lead right now, Cruz. This is huge, and what a win from Sneaky to allow Breezy to get onto this point. Full Sail soaking up these points, keeping Bama in that back unfavored spawns, looking to hold on for the rotation, and Void actually does have an artillery. I didn't check that.
So Void is able to get at least another streak towards the side of Full Sail. That will at least be able to balance out to the 2 streaks that the side of Honcho and Bama Crimson have. But I mean, right now, Bama Crimson, they're in a good spot to possibly lock down a lot of time here on this first hill. Those kills that just went down towards that satellite are so huge. Player 3 is able to get out at least, put some pressure towards top green to stop all the guns looking the same way down towards this lights area where all the side of Full Sail is spawning. And now they're able to get out of what spawn trap could have been.
This is going to be a big set of rotations right now from Full Sail to stay in this game. Honcho's just that player to watch out for. He is doing so much to this Full Sail squad. You almost might call it bullying. Nyx has got that backup, but nobody is going to come out with this time at the end of it. Bama's going to return the favor, lock down this last 22 seconds. They're going to have a little bit of contention, but not for a whole lot of time. Breezy's got to win this to stay up, and he doesn't. So I'd imagine Full Sail needs to get this rotation.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Bama really cares right now about the rotation. What they can do is they can just fully wait on this, get the rest of this time, invest their streaks and just pushing from top green or set up a pinch, and that looks exactly like what they're trying to do. You can see player number 2 spawns out. Streaks are going to start to come raining in from the side of Honcho here. Oh, but he's not going to find anything with the streaks, but what it does is it forces the players from Full Sail into hiding, but they win all the gunfights. Full Sail holding on from the front so far.
Brilliant positioning from Void. And now look at Bama. They spawn all the way back with the favored P2 spawns. They're going to have to fight back, and it might not even be 20 seconds until they get this flip. You're going to dedicate the cruise missile, so neither streak on board just yet to make sure you hold on to this. Click looking to win out. This beautiful pinch onto Breezy. Now contention on this point. You're down to 20 seconds of scrap time, and Void decides he wants to use his artillery strike as well. Sneaky's checking up on Honcho. They give up those 0.3 spawns, and Sneaky looking to do some damage.
I don't like that streak use from Void. I don't think they even knew he had that streak in his back pocket. So Bama Crimson are going to be the first team here towards this Tools Hill. They are all set up, but you can already see player 7 Honcho is making that flank in from behind. He's going to try to cut these players from Full Sail off as they make their rotation over. And I mean, Bama Crimson, unless Void makes a crazy play here, they're in a good chance to make a good amount of time off of this hill.
Oh, I thought he snuck underneath it. Click. Not able to do so. Goes down. Beautiful win on to Breezy. Full Sail shut down on this. Bama Crimson are going to get so much time off of this hill, and wouldn't it be nice to have an artillery strike right now?
I will say this. It's finally, though, Bama's getting a lot of time on a hill. They've been outslaying the side of Full Sail throughout this entire game. Every player on the side of Bama Crimson is positive at the moment. And the game score was tied through the first set of rotations. Now you're finally starting to see them at least get a good amount of time on one of these hills.
Okay, might be able to break out for this. I don't like Full Sail pushing into this. I mean, you have a risk to flip these spawns, and then in that sense could potentially get a spawn trapped. So they are going to give it up finally. Go for this P4. All 60 is what you want here if you're Full Sail. It's what you're going to be playing for. Void some good timing on the Nyx. 2 players go down right now. You're worrying about the overextension. You flip the spawns as well. Bama gets blessed right now and clear those 0.4.
Yeah, great breakout from there, but
Frequency.
Oh no,
wow.
But they do end up falling. Frequency is finally starting to turn up a little bit. He was double negative at one point, now 14 and 19 on a 3 spree, and he's got to continue to run it down here, able to grab 2 more on 5 now. If he can find streaks, Full Sail could possibly find a way to pull themselves back into this game.
Frequency, Honcho's gonna peek him. Oh, unfortunate timing, does not get those shots, and not gonna expect Click to hop up on that platform. Finally, Bama clear out the spawn, get some time off this floating take hill. K2K is going to clean this up, and take a look right now. Full Sail all the way back P3. They have to make the trek. They have to make a journey just to contest this 0.5. And when you got to go up against Honcho, this is so tough.
I mean, but they're still in this game. They are being outsplayed so
100%.
heavily. Breezy has 4 kills through 9 hills, and they are still in this game right now. If he can turn
didn't
up
even
in
see
the
that.
slightest, they absolutely have every chance in the world to win this game. They've used Bama. They've made Bama burn all of their streaks at this point. They just got to start to get a little bit of time here on this next couple of hills. Maybe start winning some of these big gunfights.
Oh, Breezy, man. I didn't know you were 4-23. My guy, Frequency, needs some help out here. Same with Void, 28 and 25. Nyx is going to get cut down by Void, in fact. And Full Sail going to take that real estate back on the site. Breezy doing his duty. Getting on that hill. Streaks are going to force them off, but still not getting off of this. The contention is going to be the duty right now. And Frequency is going to be holding it down with Breezy on that crossfire. Bama Crimson spawning out, but they do have the rotation out of point 1. Void. Oh, this might be it. He got spotted out, so the player's going to be expecting this in the hill. Sneaky finds that bridge control. Now it's up to Void to make the play. Honcho's going to get cut down. Click off that platform. Void does the job. Now Nyx is going to kill him off of it. For what, though? Nyx is not able to go down here. Only needing 16 seconds. Insane from both teams right here. How Full Sail is not letting go of this game, but you have to imagine it's a matter of time. Only down to 10 seconds. Nyx and Honcho on top of it. Sneaky's going to be there. He has to be a hero. But what can you do when you're walking to 3 players of Bama who just aren't missing? Bama Crimson, take game 4, take the series, and lock in that playoff spot.
That was just... They were in that game for so long. But at the end of it all, just the slaying factor on the side of Bama Crimson became too much towards the end of that game. Once they were able to start locking down a decent amount of time, once the game got a little bit less scrappy, it just felt like Bama Crimson were in complete control.
I gotta say, I didn't see that Breezy was doing like that, but he started turning up at the end there, but it was just too little too late.
Absolutely. Just... unfortunate for them, but congratulations, like you said, to the side of Bama Crimson, locking down a guaranteed playoff position in that $25,000 CCL playoffs. And I mean, I'm sure they couldn't be happier right now.
We still got the relegation spot though if you're Full Sail Armada, so gotta just fight your way through the gauntlet to get that spot into the playoffs. It's a lot harder. Probably wish you got that guaranteed playoff spot, but expecting to turn up huge to get back into the CCL playoffs. So we're going to be looking at Full Sail to make that comeback. Bama Crimson, a good showing tonight. And honestly, compared to last week, they look on fire.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were getting called out, like you said last week, from the big dogs. But Bama Crimson showing this week, they're resilient. They were able to pick up the win in a match that fully mattered for them this week. And Full Sail Armada, they just weren't able to get it done.
Well, Bama Crimson, loving it right now. And moving into this series, you know, we still got another game ahead of us, and it is going to be McCornmeal and Cruisin taking you through that journey. For now, from myself, I'm going to have to say so long, and coming up next is going to be GSU versus WVU, so stay tuned for some more CCL action. So we're going to do a quick break. We'll be back.